Yes, sir.
I just lost my question.
Okay, well, let's go to him and we'll come back and remember. Yes.
Has there been any sign of Julie Andrews?
Not this trip. Although I was sick as a dog in New York last night, a little achy and everything, so could have been her. For those who don't know the Julie Andrews mythology, when Infected came out, I had my first, I'm a professional author, I'm going to go on book tour, here comes my radio tour, I'm going to do 12 radio interviews in a 6-hour span. So, went out the night before, had a couple of barley pops, not too many, it wasn't too crazy. A really big celebratory moment with my wife and I in San Francisco, and somebody brought these almond rocas, these little almond candies. Rarely in my life have I ever been this ill, and I don't get sick generally ever. Scrawny but resilient. It's a good combo. And I got so sick, I spent the next day while I was on the air, literally getting ill on the air, working the mute button. I had a bucket, I had the mute button, and I was trying to pull off these interviews. Because I called the publicist at Crown, like, dude, I'm too sick to do this. And they didn't know me yet. They didn't know, like, no matter what. I'm doing 19 cities in this tour. It's like, let's get in the van and go. He's like, oh, we spent money this year. You're doing it. It's the first mean thing the Crown had said the whole time. They're like super nice people, and like we have this great relationship. Like, I don't want to do this. Okay, can you do this? Yes, I can do this. It's like, oh no, oh, you're doing those interviews. Get on that phone. I'm like, okay, sorry. So I had 2 interviews where I actually threw up on the air. One guy hung up on me. One guy in Texas was like, yeah, we're done with this, because I was trying to answer a question. It was awesome! And then I go into the bookstore in San Francisco and come to find out there's the one little tiny stack of Infected, and Julie Andrews' book is stacked up all the way around. So we decided that me being the personalization of evil had been attacked by the personalization of good. All that is good in Julie Andrews tried to take me out of the game, and she failed, but she came real close. So Julie Andrews still lurks about the Sigler sphere, so we don't eat any kind of almond candy of any kind anyway. But this trip, so far, so good. Did you remember? Yes, sir.
Does J.C. Hutchins leaving nasty voicemails still?
Is J.C. Hutchins what?
Does he leaving nasty voicemails?
Does J.C. Hutchins leave me nasty voicemails? No. J.C.'s kind of gone, like his little turtle head's gone back into the shell, and he's in there typing away. He's working on new stuff, and I think we'll probably hear from him in another 4, 5, 6 months. Yeah, when he goes dark, he goes dark. Anybody heard? Hutch? No. J.C. Hutchins is another podcast author. All his stuff is free at patiobooks.com. If you guys like my stuff, you'll probably like J.C.'s stuff too. How about now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I was remembering hearing you speak at one of your presentations about how you're changing the publishing with the Rookie. And I was curious, do you know if other authors have been following your lead on that, doing the pre-orders, self-publishing themselves, or is that taken off, or is that pretty much your domain now?
So, the question is, are other people following the model of the Rookie and the Starter, which is build up a big fan base by giving a ton of stuff away, then say, I have this book coming out, does anybody want to pre-order it? And then when people pre-order, then you get the capital in to publish the book, then you go publish the book, so you're not taking on the same crazy risk that most publishers take on. So that worked out very well for us for the Rookie. It's working out for the Starter. Are other people doing it? Seth Harwood tried it. Seth Harwood's a local Boston area guy. He tried it. I think he did pretty good with his recent book, Young Junius. I really haven't seen anybody else try it. There are people with a bigger podcasting and internet audience than I am who should try it. Like Ask a Ninja should try it. Have you ever heard of Ask a Ninja? Those guys, their audience is like 10 times the size of mine. They could probably do very well. But I think part of it is people build up a big audience. New York Publishing comes calling. New York Publishing tells them, we're going to sell hundreds of thousands of copies of your book. And they go, okay, great. And then they don't sell hundreds of thousands of copies. So people have to go through the experience with New York Publishing to realize maybe we should just do it on our own. So far, not anybody. A couple more? No? Oh, there we go. Yes, sir.
You mentioned about self-publishing. I'm wondering why you Have you thought about self-publishing your books in ebook form, Amazon, as well as doing the hardcover copy?
Well, we did that with. And we're gonna do ebooks, Amazon, ebooks, Kindle, the iBook store, PDF, etc. We did the Rookie as an iPhone app, the self-contained book of the Rookie, with art and all these color pictures in there, and that's pretty cool, and people like it. But we're kind of waiting to see if somebody comes up with a master format. Like if you just publish to this format, boom, it's available on Kindle, on the Nook, it's available on the iPad, iPhone, Nokias, Blackberries. That would be really cool because it's hard to keep up with all those things. But the Kindle's the biggest possibility, Kindle and the iBook store, because Nocturnal and the Crypt and all these other things that have never been out in any kind of print, they're done. I could just put them together and put them out there. So we'll see. It's something that we're considering, but haven't quite got around to it yet. Because you still have to go through the editing process for them, and there's still a lot of work to do, even though it's a $1.99 ebook. So, hello, welcome. We're in Q&A. If you guys got any questions, just fire them on up. It's all good. Yes, sir.
So when do I find out if when I won the Ancestor pre-order?
Oh, the Ancestor pre-order. Out of curiosity, how many people entered the Ancestor pre-order contest? Holy cow, look at that. We're going to have a drawing, I believe, that's coming up in San Diego. So it's just a few days away. It's going to be like the 28th and the 29th.
Just going to email it?
Well, we're gonna nerd out, dude. We're gonna get some gaming dice. And, kapow! And then we're gonna roll. It's too much work. We had like 600 entries, so we can't cut up little pieces of paper. So our theory is we're just gonna do a spreadsheet with numbers, and then we'll just roll the dice. And we're gonna do it. It'll be on video. So I'll be all wired up on tour, so it'll probably be a lot of fun. And then we'll edit that together, put it in the feed, and like everything else, you'll have to watch the feed to see if you won, and you'll have to see an ad for something. So that's kind of how that goes. And we got 10 of them, and they'll be good to go. And if you won, you'll hear your name on the podcast. So coming up real quick. That worked out pretty well. We had something like 1,100, 1,200 pre-orders total, so it worked out pretty well. Yes, sir.
What about a sequel to Ancestor? When's Descendant coming out?
Descendant is tentatively, let me remember the order here. Look at it. Descendant's the one that's going to mess up everything. Because I kind of have the sequels in my head basically taking place immediately after the story. May have to change that though. If we follow that, the order they come out in hardcover is the order of the timeline. 2016, 2017, somewhere in that ballpark. It's going to be cool though, I can tell you that. I kind of got it blocked out. This may surprise you. It's a little bloody.
Oh no.
Some people might get hurt. There's a sliver at one point. It's terrible. Oh my arches, I'm dying. How about any of the people who are late showing up? Fire up a question, no worries.